All right, well, thank you everyone for joining us. We'll get started here. At any point today, if you have any questions, feel free to either drop them in the chat or the Q&A section that you have. So my name is David Burnham, and I'm the curriculum developer working on our C++ courses here at CodeHS. The Introduction to Computer Science course is a great addition to our CodeHS catalog, and it's been requested for several years. So I'm happy to introduce that and go through what we have here. Okay, so today what we're going to do is take a look at an overview of the course, who's it's for, what it covers, and some information to keep in mind when bringing this course to your students. Then we'll take a look at exactly what the modules are and what the material is in those modules, go over a few resources that we have, and then we'll see if there's any questions at the end that we can answer. But again, if you have questions along the way, feel free to drop them in the chat or in the Q&A, and we'll get them when we can. All right, so let's take a look at an overview of this new Introduction to Computer Science in C++ course. So this course is a little bit different than our other introductory courses. So we have a lot of introductory courses that are either a full year or a semester long. And we wanted to make this one a little bit shorter at 1 quarter. And so this course covers all the same concepts that an introductory course would have, but it does so at a slightly quicker pace, specifically designed to really fit within that 1 quarter time slot or 10 weeks. And so at 10 weeks, this course can really either fit before or after a year-long course. So if you're trying to do another course beforehand and you finish up with some time left, you can kind of squeeze this in. Or if you wanted to try to take our C++ and data structures course, but your students need a little bit more introduction before they get to that, you could probably just fit this course in at the beginning of the year and then kind of move into that course later. So this course is primarily designed for high school students. You know, a lot of our introductory courses really can kind of go towards middle school as well. But what you will notice is, the C++ language is a little bit more challenging. And then also the pace of the course does move a little bit quicker. So we do introduce topics. We have an example or two and a couple exercises. But a lot of our other courses might have 3 or 4 exercises, whereas this one has 2 or 3 exercises. So moving a little bit quicker pace. So there's 2 main focuses for the course. So first, students learn the basics of computer science. So this is things like output, conditional statements, loops, things like that that they're going to see in any language. So we kind of expose them to that, assuming that they haven't seen this. Second, they'll learn the basic concepts the basic syntax and concepts for C++ language. So for example, who's this course for? Yeah, that's right. So it's, again, an introduction for high school students and just people that have maybe completed another course and are looking for something more for the year, or looking to kind of use this course to launch into a longer course, C++ course. So the course is broken out into 8 modules, 4 of which are content modules and 4 of which are project modules. So let me start by going over our 4 content modules. So the first module introduces students to programming basics. Students cover programming structure, variables, input, output, and basic mathematical concepts. The second content module gets into program control, including loops, while loops, and conditional statements. From there, we move into functions. So students are exposed to the basics of functions, including how to use parameters and return statements. And then finally, we get into the concept of vectors in C++, which is essentially our list data structure. So they learn the basics by adding and removing and performing basic traversals. We don't get into too much detail as far as doing more complex traversals and things like that, but we do kind of hit some of the basics there. And we chose to use vectors over arrays just because they're a little bit easier to use for students starting into the language. In addition to the 4 content modules, there's also 4 project modules. The first is a college calculator where students research the cost for college, and then they create a calculator that's going to compute those costs for them. Next, they create a basic algebra quiz where the user needs to solve a two-step algebra equation. After the third unit, they create a classic strategy game called NIM. And then finally, at the end of the course, students put it all together and create a version of Mastermind. So you can view the course syllabus by going to CodeHS syllabus /18440, or directly from the Introduction to Computer Science C++ overview page at CodeHS/course/18440/overview. These items have a lot of different information that's being shared with you, so they're a great resource. They're a great place to start taking a look at resources that you have available. And so when is this course available? Well, this course became available about a month or so ago. And so it's available to use now. You can create sections. If you have some time at the end of this year and want to get started, you can do that. It also makes a great place to start for summer programs if you do want to use it to lead into our data structures in C++ course as well. And with that, I'll take any questions that anyone might have. You can, again, either drop them in the Q&A section or in the webinar chat. We can answer them from there. And while I'm giving people a chance to do that, just want to remind you of some upcoming webinars that we have. We have our Nevada Advanced Computer Science 1 course coming up next Tuesday. And then next Wednesday, we're also having an Introduction to Computer Science course that we are launching for Tennessee. Again, if there's any questions, I can take them now. Otherwise, you can always reach us at hello@codehs.com or click the button on your browser to chat with us whenever you get a chance. So question, when is the course available? Yeah, it is available now. You can find it in our course catalog. And so you should be able to get that and use it whenever. Our data structures course in C++ has been available for about a year or so. And this one, we launched it at the beginning of March. Well, welcome to CodeHS, and hopefully you'll find a lot of options to use. All right, if there are no more questions, we'll end the webinar here. And thank you everyone for joining us. And if you have any questions about the course, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks.